Hello everyone, this is Gord from the Planeswalkers, and welcome to a new series that we are trying here on YouTube. And this is going to be Punting and Pauper, the show where I try to not absolutely punt my way through some Pauper games. So today we're going to be playing a pretty good list. This is Mono White Heroic. So we'll go over the deck here real quick for you. So we have 18 lands, most of them plains. We do have 3 secluded steps for some cycling action. The whole goal is to get some big creatures and swing through for a lot of damage. So we have Seeker of the Ways. It's a 2/2 for 2 that has prowess, and whenever you cast a non-creature spell, so it'll gain lifelink as well. We have a Crow and Skyguard, so whenever we target it with a spell, we can put a 1/1 counter on it, and that's a 2-mana flyer. We're also playing, we got one Sacred Cat here in the board, just get some early drop, lifelink. Laguna Band Trailblazer, it's a 0/4 that also has Heroic, so it's pretty good, dodges Bolt and such. And then we have our spells. So, oh, I forgot one creature. We also have the Deathblade Elite, which we use to for the Provoke ability. So we can make certain creatures on the opponent's board block it. We can also pay 1 and a white to prevent all combat damage that would be done to it or dealt by it. So, alright, on to the spells. We have Mutagenic Growth to help us punch through for the last little bit there. We can use our Phyrexian mana there, paste some life. Sentinel's Eyes, give Vigilance and 1/1. We have Hyena Umbra for totem armor and +1/+1 first strike. Karametra's Blessing for some protection and pump a little bit. Ethereal Armor, so we'll get bonuses on each enchantment that we control. And we have Defiant Strike for a redraw and a +1 trigger Heroic and Prowess and such. And then Cartouche of Solidarity, so whenever the Cartouche enters the battlefield, we're going to make a 1/1 soldier token. I believe it's soldier. White warrior token with Vigilance, and then we get +1/+1 and first strike on that creature. So that's their main board, and then in the side here, we have 2 Relic Progenitus for some graveyard hate. We have Standard Bearer, which is really good to pull in. So whenever an opponent is choosing targets as part of casting a spell, they have to choose Standard Bearer. So it kind of helps us out with any removal, anything like that. We have Journey to Nowhere for some just straight up removal. We have Sacred Cat to help us race burn. We have Lifelink to also help us race some burn. Fragmentize to blow up artifacts and enchantments. And then Death Speakers, just a 1/1 with Pro Black, which those guys put in a lot of work in the black matchups. So anyways, we'll get into some games here, and we'll talk to you then. Alright, let's do some punting. So we won the die roll. We're going to play first. Let's see what we got here. So, we got 3 lands, a Skyguard, Deathblade Elite, and 2 Blessings. So, yeah, so. I think we'll keep this. So yeah, we're good. See what opponent's doing here. Alright, they kept their hand too, so we'll play ourselves planes. And we'll get that Deathblade Elite down nice and early here. So hopefully we just draw some gas now. And pump up like a Skyguard or something like that. So, alright. So let's see. Opponent plays an island. And a Preordain. Okay, so maybe this is Delver. Delver isn't the worst matchup for us. I've had some success with that in my practices. So. Alright, so they 1 top, 1 bottom. And I like that. So, alright. See the rest of their turn. And draw Seekers. So, let's play our planes. Get in for 1. They're going to be on the Delver plan. I think we want a flyer, honestly. So we'll get our Skyguard down. And if they want to do something about it, then we have our Seekers back up. We have some Karametra's Blessings hiding in the wings. So hopefully next turn here we can draw an enchantment or something to pop onto our Skyguard. Get him a little bit bigger. So opponent's going to Brainstorm. Draw 3, put 2 back on top in any order. So wonder what they're looking for. So they have another island. Everybody's been playing these Nyx Islands, I've noticed, on Moto. Yep, so there's Delver. So that makes sense. So I'm glad we went on the Skyguard plan then. So can they flip them? Yeah, they can. They'll probably flip them next turn, so that's alright. We can just provoke them with the Deathblade and take it out, and I feel like that's a pretty decent trade. So we will go like this. We're going to go to combat. And attack, attack. We're going to provoke. Oops. So yeah, we're going to use this ability. So they have to block. And then we're gonna just Defiant Strike here. This helps us get in for another 3, and we can get a redraw out of the whole deal. We got a Umbra, so that's pretty good. Alright. Then I think we'll run out the Seeker. Just because we can. Get 2 threats on board, and now our Skyguard's a 2-2. We can see what opponent does here. So an Augur of Bolas, okay. So they're gonna top 3 and grab an instant sorcery. I always whiff on Augur of Bolas, so let's hope opponent does too. Okay, so they grab an Agony Warp. Oh, okay, so it's a blue-black deck. So target creature gets -3, -1, -1, -3. Okay, so we'll draw. We're gonna throw the old Hyena Umbra right here. Yeah, well, stack them. What would you? Opponent is looking for lands. That's per the chat here, so. Okay, so how much can we do here if, just hypothetically, we went all out? Well, we would be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, him alone. And then if they don't block with the Seeker, I think we just get there, so let's see what happens. We'll swing it. So they're not going to block. So let's just do this again. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Yeah, so I think we can just do it here if we Blessing. And Blessing. Okay, and then where that resolves, let's pay 2 life. And we'll mutagenic growth. And the post stuff, yeah, we got there. Alright, sideboarding. What do we want against Delver? Alright, so Relic's not going to help us. That's not going to help us. Do we bring in Jury? Oh, it was black-blue, right? Because they did show us the one spell there. So let's bring in the Death Speakers. Go down a cat. And go down 1. Go down 1 mutagenic. Now, do we need any removal? I think we're going to run it like this and see what happens. Hopefully we can just get another fast hand and get it in. So, game 2 here. So we assume opponent's probably going to play first, and they do, and we can't keep the no-lander despite how much gas is actually in that. Okay, so that's a little bit better. I think, oh, this is really good. I don't really want to get rid of anything, to be honest with you. But I think we'll do the step. Right? So, half land. So we can turn 1 Deathblade, turn 2 Skyguard again, and then we have some spells open to us. So, all right. See what opponent has. The opponent says bad luck again. So I guess we'll see if they mean it or not. All right. So we draw Death Speakers. Not bad, but I think we'll just lead off with the Death Lead, and then we can drop this later if we have to. I mean, I still think they're mostly a blue deck, so I don't know. Maybe that wasn't the mystery bringing, but that's why it's punting and pauper. We are punting all day long. And then this way, if they play another Delver, we can kill it with our Dead Blade, and that always feels good. So, alright, so they preordain. So they put them both on top. Never feels good. And they draw out of the island. And Delver. Nope. Not this time. Alright. Draw, Define Strike. So we'll play Plains. We'll get in for one here. And then we will bring in our Skyguard. Shouldn't be able to Spell Pierce, yeah. So Spell Pierce is a non-creature, so we should have been able to resolve it alright. So they could have a bounce, but I mean, that's just the way it goes sometimes. So I got a Terramorphic. Alright, so they have a slow hand, as it were, with all the fetches, but maybe they're going to be finding some black here. So okay, so we draw Ethereal Armor, which I think will put one on our Skyguard. Then we can emerge and skate it if we have to. Okay. You got it. Opponent. We still get our trigger. So that's okay. Do we want to go for the next one? Well, I think we'll try to get the redraw with the Defiant Strike. So. Crack. Okay. Grabbing some black here. No, it's tapped, so. So I think we're just going to get in for 3, because if we strike and then miss our the land drop, we are going to get punished pretty bad, and they're going to take care of one of our creatures there, so that blackens. We'll hold up the Emergence Gates. Then we get 2 triggers off of our Crow and Skyguard, so that feels pretty good. So we'll have pro-black for 2 turns in a row if that's the case, and it'll get 2 1/1 counters, so. Alright, so they're going to just move on through and pass it over to us. Alright. So we have an elite. I think we're just going to go to combat. Those guys. What opponent's going to do. Echoing Truth. Okay, so we will respond with an Emergent Scathed. We'll cover the old Pro Blue. That can't target us. And yeah, okay, that's fine. Get that. And if they're playing the Echoing Truth, I think we'll just leave this open. This, and then hopefully, we can always cast this on the end of their turn if nothing really happens, just to get the redraw and the counter. So. So we're gonna, okay, so we're gonna define strike and response. That'll give it a counter, and it should survive this. It's getting -1, -3. Oh, it's giving it both, so it's -3, -3. The Agony Warp. But we're gonna draw a card. Make our boy a little bit bigger for now. So they almost got us there. But Now he's a big boy. Yep, we'll always heal. We'll give him Pro Blue because that's the only thing they have open right now. So targets the Road Skyguard. Yep. See if they have a response. Play up the planes. Let's try to get some ethereal armor on him. Perfect. 7, 8. Okay, we'll go to combat. For 8. And then if we Defiant Strike, that's 8, 9, 10. We forgot to Defiant Strike, so that's okay. Get the opponent down to 5. Or opponent down to 4, rather. And we'll see what they have. We'll don't want to play our hand out yet, just in case we don't out. Stranger things have happened, so. They're going to need just a straight up kill spell here, I think. So Augur, yep, you got it. Whiff, whiff, whiff. We're hoping for a whiff. They grab Brainstorm, okay. So they'll draw 3 of them, put 2 back. 4 in hand. Opponent giving us the GGs, but we'll, yep, that resolves. So they did draw the we had the, we were able to combat it by having 2 creatures on the board, so yes. Alright, we win that one. Excellent, on to game number 2. Alright, we're punting in some Pauper. We've won the die roll. See what we have here. Ugh. No lands. I'll ship that guy back. And tap land. Ooh. Do we really want to go down to 5? I think we might have to. Well, let's see. So if we turn 2 Laguna Band, if we draw something, so yeah, we'll risk it, and we will throw one of the Seekers back and hope for the best. So we will play the step and we'll pass our turn. Plays Plains. Taps it for a Thraben Inspector. Alright, so they're going to investigate. Make a clue. So we get Sentinel's Eyes, so we'll play our Laguna Band and start with that. Next turn we'll put Sentinel's Eyes on it. Then it will be a 2/6 with Vigilance, so we can kind of block and get in for a little while. And then if it does get taken care of early, we can always escape Sentinel's Eyes from the graveyard. So they want to get in, we will let them. Let's see what else I got. Maybe opponent's stuck on lands too. Oh, there they go. I got a mountain. So this is a zoo? Okay. So they're going to pick back up their Inspector here, I reckon. Yep. Sky Fisher, hey. Okay. We don't draw a land, so. Alright. We will Sentinel's Eyes on our Laguna Band. Despite having Vigilance, we are not going to swing in here. Just pointless time on the clock, so we'll just 6 through our turn and let the opponent do their thing here. Alright, they go to combat. Get in for 2. Excuse me. We take 2. And a relic. Alright. And then, ooh, Glintock. Okay. So they're going to sacrifice probably their clue, right? And you can draw 1 per... Oh, okay. Boros Garrison, bounce a land, you got it. Alright. Let's see. Still no land. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to throw a cartouche here. Get another body on the battlefield. It's not much, but it's something. Right. Perfect. Go to combat. Swing for 4. If they block, we're okay. They don't want to block, okay. So down like that, and alright. That's the way that's going to be. So now our ethereal armor at the very least is going to be +3 because we have 3 enchantments, and then trigger here, so bring it up to 8 power. But admittedly, we don't know what the opponent could have in hand to deal with their stuff. They could have a journey, and then we're getting like 4 for 1 to there, so can't block it. It's all flying. Opponent has like 7 cards in hand, so they're probably feeling pretty confident about their play here. But let's see, they're tapping out to draw. Okay, leaving a white floating. And Raven Inspector. Makes sense. And ooh, another garrison. All right, so getting the bounce land plays lined up pretty nicely for the opponent here. Let's hope for a land. Another cartouche. Well, in that case, let's cartouche. No. Yes. Let's cartouche. Try to get a bit wider. And then this way we're going to at least get in for 2. It's better than nothing on this race, so. Opponent takes 6, okay. So they must be still feeling pretty good with the 7 they have in hand to take it. So they don't want to block with their Inspector, so. I mean, if we would have had another land by now, I think we'd be feeling a little bit better, but opponent's cracking clues left and right. 9 cards in hand. So it never feels good, but I mean, sometimes, you know, they just don't have answers either. So the opponent's going to get in for 4, bring us to 9 next turn, which is no slouch either. So they play another Relic, okay. We got a white swing. So, okay, another Glinthawk, and they're going to sack the Relic. So now they got 6 in the air, so 4 and then 6, 10. So we still got a couple turns here. So I'm kind of glad we went wide, actually. Anyways, so they gain 1. All right. Let's see what they do. All right, they swing for those. You got it. Okay, so we draw another ethereal armor. Let's play an ethereal armor on this one. So we'll get +3/+3. Ooh, +4/+4. Counts itself. Of course. Alright. And let's do this. Pressure him a little bit. So we got 9, 10, 11 damage. So this is lethal, so they do have to block. Okay. So they must have a burn spell or something in hand. That's my guess if they're going to let us. So we'll take 2, 4, 6, go to 3. Maybe they just have Bolt in hand, so... If we would have drawn another land and we could have gotten out our Seeker, it would have made a huge difference in this matchup, so... But, okay, so they cycle the Forgotten Cave. Or maybe they're looking for Bolt, I don't know. One-way mana floating. Another Relic, okay. So they're gonna get another Hawk out here. All cards from all graveyards, yeah, you got it. We weren't. Radiant Fountain to gain 2, alright, so that gives them a little bit of time. Alright. So they get in for 6. They must have Bolt in hand or else they're just dead, right? Like, I'm sure they know that. So they're gonna play another Glint Hawk, maybe? Okay. So we'll play a Plains. Think we'll Ethereal Armor here. And then we have the Karametra's Blessing as protection if they want to try to kill something. I mean, the opponent has 7 cards in hand, so... Right, so we'll attack like that. Okay, alright, so they were bluffing. Interesting. Well, we'll take it into game 2 here. So, sideboarding. I feel like we're going to want standard bearers. Just because they might bring in some extra removal. We'll go down the Sacred Cat because I'm crazy about it in the list. So we'll also go down. We'll go down 1 Deathblade Elite, and then I think we also want to bring in our Journey to Nowheres. And we'll go down. Let's go down 1 Mutagenic Growth and 1 Blessing. We'll try it like that. Right, so opponent's likely going to play first here. Alright, so we have 1 land again. We don't have any creatures to bump it into, so we're going to chip it away. Okay, so we got 2 lands. We got a Seeker and a Standard Bearer, so that seems pretty good. We got a redraw here. Karametra's Protection. I think we'll ship the Mutagenic Growth back for now and call it like that. So. Alright, so we will play a Plains and not do that. Whoops. We do not have a 1-drop. And pass the turn. Alright, so they're going to bounce Ancient Den back. Right. So we will play Plains, and we're just going to try to run out our Seeker of the way. It's a little bit greedy, I agree, but kind of want to just outrace them. So if we would play the Standard Bearer first, then if they wanted to remove the Seeker, they would have to target the Standard Bearer. But kind of want to get in there, get a cartouche down on it, and kind of go for the same plan as last time. So there you get a Prism, you bet it. You get a redraw with that. And there's the Bolt. Yeah, that's why it's Punting and Pauper. That right there. Alright, so, okay, we got Skyguard. We learned from last time, we're going to play our Standard Bearer first. Then we'll play our Skyguard. Seeker would have been nice because we would have been able to gain quite a bit of life off it, but that's okay. now if opponent wants to remove standard bearer, that's just is what it is, I suppose. It's doing its job, so. So you get another prism, alright. Get a redraw. And they're gonna bolt it, alright. 2 bolts out of their decks. What are the chances they have another one in this hand? Okay, so we don't have lands. So here's where we run into a risk. If we just run out our Skyguard, while opponent has that much in their hand, we might just straight up lose them. So I think, because they don't have anything on board, I'm actually not going to play it out, because we're just going to run it into removal, right? So, we'll just pass the turn. Hopefully we draw a land next time, and then we can at least, we can just hold up a Karametra's Blessing. Okay, so now they're the Monarch. That doesn't feel great, but is what it is. We can always steal it from them, so they do get to draw another card. Alright. So we got a Lagona. We will play a Lagona. That's got a big butt on it. We can't. They have to use 2 bolts on it, so. And we'll just hold open our Blessing and stuff here. And might even just Defiant Strike end of turn, just to draw a card. Kind of cycle through, because we are getting a little thick in the hands here. Which isn't always the worst thing in the world, but so is opponent. And their board is looking a little bit scarier than ours right. So there's a Skyfisher. You got it. I'm going to bounce the Prism, probably replay the Prism, do a redraw. Craig. Alright. So they gain 1. Alright, so on their end step in response, we're gonna play this Defiant Strike here, put a 1/1 counter on our Trailblazer, and draw cards. Draw another Skyguard. So that's alright. And Ethereal Armor, hey? So I think we're just gonna Cartouche, and then we can hold up Karametra's Blessing just in case the worst happens. Okay. Do we want to just kind of force them to block? There's the question, isn't it? If they can bounce or journey this, then it's just a field ad, so. But we are going to Cartouche on this warrior. Call me crazy. Get a bit of a bigger butt over here, and try like that. We'll try to get the pressure up. We won't attack this turn, but the next turn, we can, in theory, Ethereal Armor over here, kind of like we did last time and such, so we'll see what happens. We're not holding up our protection, but I'm fairly okay with the Lagona Band sitting the way it is. I mean, if they play Journey, then I guess it is what it is. We do have Skyguards, so we're not out of this race yet, but opponent definitely had a quicker go than us. So there's the Blind Hawk. Assuming they're going to grab a Prism. Pick up the Ancient. That's pretty good. And there's the Journey. Yeah, no. Like I said. There's the Journey. Kind of knew that was coming, so. This is what it is. Learned a lesson. We punted. Assuming opponent's just going to get in for 4 here. Yep. You got it, folks. And another Skyfisher, alright. probably gonna... Okay, so they're gonna pick up... Prophetic Prism, yeah. And then they draw for the Monarch. Okay. So is there a way out of this, or are we better saving our time with game 3? That is the question. Let's play Skyguard and see what happens. If they just take care of it, if we're just kind of boned after that, then we'll just move on. Yeah, if they just take care of the Skyguard, we will scoop this one up and probably just go to game 3. Yeah, that's kind of what we thought was going to happen. So they're going to get in for 2, 4, 6, brings us 10. Yeah, I don't really see a world where we just run away with this now. So, take it, see what they play out. If we can't draw anything, then I think we're just done. Prism. And another Glinthawk, and I think we're out of this one. So let's go ahead and just scoop it up, and we'll try it again. Alright, so we're just going to run it back. Same list, see what happens. Hopefully we get a better opening hand. Alright, so we play first. Okay, so we have a hand we can keep. I think we're just going to keep it. We don't want to go down any resources if we can. So let's play Plains, and then let's get on our Death Blade. And the next turn we can get in for one, get out our Standard Bearer, and if they choose to blow it up, they choose to blow it up, I suppose. Got a great Furnace. Alright, what do we do? Another Plains. That's actually not the worst thing in the world. So we'll go to combat. We'll get in for one. That. And let's run out our Standard Bearer. They just blow it up now? Yep. Alright. So I don't hate that. Maybe that's the wrong play, but I kind of just like assumed they were going to do it anyways. And maybe they were waiting for it, so maybe we just played into right whatever they wanted, but I don't know. They were going to do it anyways, so like just get it out of the way, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. So we hope they tap out here. Okay, so they get the Prism. They get a redraw. They're going to draw a Bolt. Kill our Seeker. Alright, play Plains. Let's... Cartouche on the Death Blade. Try to get a little bit wider again. Alright. Attack for 2. Right. And then let's hope and dream. There it is. Yep. Hopefully we can draw another threat, something like Laguna Band. Maybe we should have just mulliganed until we had a Laguna Band, honestly. It's like about the only thing that they couldn't just take care of, minus with some Journey to Nightmares and stuff, so they're probably going to bounce that. Great Furnace to their hand, I take it. Play Glinthawk too. Come on, I want to see it. No? Alright. So we got Emerge Unscathed, which actually isn't awful. So I'm going to put this on the Death Blade Elite. protect this guy for a little bit longer. Get in for 4. And we'll just pass the turn. Now we can actually like hold up some protection. Might be able to they cycle away secluded step. Might be able to actually get some moves in and deal some damage to the opponent here. So opponent, Skyfishers. Likely gonna bounce that prism. Thing is, we can't give the Deathblade Pro white, or else all the enchantments fall off. So I've learned that one the hard way. So there's a good one for you guys. All right. So maybe they have the Three Mentor's Blessing or something in hand, but so we'll go to combat. We'll go with both of them, because then if they're gonna block our Deathblade, should we provoke here? Amulet that shares a color with it, hey? Alright. Well, we'll protect our Deathblade at the very least. That was pretty good. Maybe we should have been bringing in our Fragmentizes to blow up their Prophetic Rhythms, but anyways. Yeah, let's escape. Do that. And we'll exile the Cartouche, the Secret, and the Standard Bearer there. Come on now. Oh, it's just the 2. That's right. Okay, so we'll do Secret and Cartouche. There's better than nothing. Raven Inspector, you got it. And Oblivion Ring. Okay. And yep, they're going to target the Deathblade Elite. Makes sense. And once again, it's kind of feeling like maybe we're not going to get through. Maybe this time, opponent's starting to stabilize, kind of get their engines going here. So, alright, we'll play Plains. And we'll play a Seeker of the Way. Alright. We'll go like that. We do have protection for it. Kinda rather save it if we could, but let's see what we draw here. Hopefully with a Hyena Umbra. That would be ideal. Opponent's gonna Prism. That happens. They can draw another card. Alright, Mountain gain 2. Another Skyfisher. Boom, getting in for 2. Alright. Hyena Umbra? You don't say. Seeker of the Way? We will always yield to these triggered abilities, and then they're going to try to do the old bolt here. No? Okay. Cool. So get in with a Seeker of the Way. Okay, take it. We gain 4. Okay. And then we'll play out our Standard Bearer, and that hopefully lets our Seeker live for another turn, so. Alright, combat. Swings the team. Okay. So, 5, I think we'll just take it. Hopefully there isn't too many pumps going on here. No tricks. All right. 15. And they have 5 cards in hand, so you gotta be playing something. Another prism. Yep. Got it. Railblazer. Interesting. So we're just gonna go for the big old smackadoo here. Get it for 5. Life gain. Then we're gonna drop one of these big old Lagonas down. And it blocks. So let's see what opponent has for us. We still have our Emergence Gate. So that feels alright. So they're gonna draw with their clue. And Bolt. Okay, cycling Forgotten Cave. Nice thing is they draw Bolt or Turkey, they have to target the Standard Bearer first. So that's pretty good. If they get in for 4, you betcha. Glint Hawk, you got it. It's another Skyfisher. Wow. This is getting pretty cool. I do like opponent's deck. I do want to try it sometime. So maybe for the next episode we'll try this Boros artifacts, or I don't even know what you call this deck. Boros Flyers. All right, so how do we want to do this? So they can double block, but we have Hyena Umbra, so it won't die. Then we can Defiant Strike. Alright, so we can't afford not to try to swing in with him at this point. Just simply due to the fact that we're going to be 2, 4, 6, 8'd in the air next turn. So we got to keep up some of the pressure. So let's do that. Drop lane, so alright. Oh, and there was our punt because we totally punted. Totally punted. We didn't wait till they blocked, so, but I mean, oh no, I see what happened. So they assigned no blockers and then they fogged us with Prismatic Strand. So, okay. It is what it is. They take nothing, we gain nothing, and then we're gonna get a fat 8 in the air next turn. Yep. Then if they have Bolt in hand, we're just dead. So I think opponent probably has us here, but I guess we'll see. Opponent, got the Bolt. Throw us the Bolt. Oh, Prism, digging for it. Raven Inspector, okay. We got another blocker. But do they still have to choose this as they... Oh, so even if they had the Bolt for face, they would still have to choose the Bearer. Interesting. Opponent's got some more clues. Alright. So, I mean, depending on what we draw here, I mean, we can still gain some life? Maybe not all is lost. Defiant Strike, okay. So, I mean... attack with him. I mean, I think we're just dead. We're just kind of delaying the inevitable here, but... okay, so... see who they block with. Him. Okay, so we'll Defiant Strike. We're just doing this to gain a life. We're pretty much good and gone here, but can we even gain 8 this turn? We have no way of giving them trample in the deck, so. Oh, yeah. I forgot about this flashback, so. Absolute punt. Absolute punt. We are going to draw a card. And we are going to draw. High number. And. Yeah, you know what? I was going to. Yeah. They have us because the Prismatic Strands is just going to prevent any combat damage this turn. And so we're not going to deal any damage, so we're not going to be able to gain any life, and then they're just going to be able to get in with their flyers. So we will GG's the opponent, and we'll let them have this one. That is another absolute punt. So we'll scoop it up, and we'll talk again here in the wrap up. So, all right. So how did we do punting in Pauper today? Well, you know, game one, we had some good luck. We were able to kind of take care of Delver really quick. I think by using the Deathblade to take out their first Delver in game one there, we really were able to kind of slow them down. And then opponent just kind of like dead drew after that by the way the chat was kind of working out. So I think that went all right. So we took that one in two. Game two, on the other hand, we had a good start against Boros aggro. We were able to take it from them quite quickly, but then in the next two games, you know, we probably didn't sideboard 100% correctly, and we didn't really have much to do or deal with their flyers. So Boros was able to take care of us, but that's all right. That's why it's called Punting and Pauper. So thanks everybody for joining us. It was a really great time, and we look forward to seeing you guys again here on the Planeswalkers.